We are often told that the key to success is discipline, the grueling, white-knuckled force of will that drags you out of bed at 5 a.m. and chains you to your desk. Discipline is the hammer we use to beat ourselves into productivity. But what happens when your arm gets tired? What happens when the hammer slips? Stoicism, and a deeper understanding of human psychology, reveals a more powerful truth. Discipline is the soldier, but focused motivation is the general. Without a clear, compelling why, the soldier will eventually desert his post. Discipline is the how. Focused motivation is the why, and the why always trumps the how. Here's why. 1. Discipline is finite. Motivation is renewable. Discipline is a finite resource, drawn from a shallow well. Every time you use it to resist a temptation or force an action, you deplete it. This is known as ego depletion in psychology. By the end of the day, your discipline is often exhausted, leading to late-night bad decisions and burnout. Focused motivation, however, is a source of energy. It is not about forcing yourself against your desires, but about aligning your actions with a deeper desire. When you are connected to a powerful why, the action itself becomes energizing. You don't need to force yourself to work on your business plan if you are viscerally connected to the vision of freedom and impact it represents. The work becomes the reward. Discipline says, I have to go to the gym. This feels like a tax. Motivation says, I get to strengthen my body so I can be healthy and active for my family. This feels like a privilege. 2. Discipline manages actions. Motivation shapes identity. Discipline is a tool you use. Motivation is a person you become. If you rely solely on discipline, you are perpetually in a battle with yourself. You are the strict parent scolding the lazy child. This creates internal friction and a fragile self-image. The moment you slip up, your identity as a disciplined person shatters. Focused motivation works on the level of identity. When your motivation is rooted in a core Stoic virtue or a deeply personal value, your actions become expressions of who you are. You don't act with honesty because you're disciplined enough to resist lying. You do it because you see yourself as an honest person. You don't study because you're forcing yourself. You do it because you are a curious and capable learner. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus would advise, your actions should flow from your character. When your motivation is aligned with your identity, action becomes automatic and frictionless. You are not acting disciplined. You are living in accordance with your nature. 3. Discipline copes with obstacles. Motivation transforms them. When you hit a wall, discipline tells you to push harder. This often leads to a broken wall or a broken you. Focused motivation, especially Stoic motivation, allows you to see the obstacle as the way. Your why provides a lens that reframes barriers. The disciplined approach. This project is incredibly difficult. I need to grit my teeth and power through the pain. The motivated, Stoic approach. This project is incredibly difficult. Excellent. This is the very challenge that will force me to learn, innovate, and prove my mettle. My why is to become a master of my craft, and this obstacle is the necessary curriculum. Discipline sees a setback as a threat to the plan. Motivation, rooted in growth and purpose, sees it as an essential part of the plan. This is the essence of amor fati, the love of one's fate. 4. Discipline is external. Motivation is internal. Discipline is often a response to external pressures, societal expectations, a boss's demands, or a fear of failure. It is a reaction. Because its source is outside of you, it is vulnerable. If the external pressure disappears, so does the discipline. Focused motivation is intrinsically generated. It comes from your own values, your chosen purpose, and your vision for your best self. The Stoics called this the inner citadel. It is a fortress that cannot be breached by external circumstances. Discipline. I must work hard because I don't want to be poor. Fear-based, external. Motivation. I choose to work hard because the act of creating and contributing is an expression of my potential and aligns with my duty to help others. Virtue-based, internal. The first is a shaky foundation built on the sand of circumstance. The second is built on the unshakable rock of your own will. The Stoic synthesis. Motivation fuels disciplined action. This is not to say discipline is worthless. It is essential, but it is not the prime mover. The correct hierarchy looks like this. Clarify your focused motivation, your why. Connect your goal to a deep internal virtue or value. Why are you doing this? To be free, to be competent, to provide for your family, to live with integrity? The correct hierarchy looks like this. Clarify your focused motivation, your why. Connect your goal to a deep internal virtue or value. Why are you doing this? To be free, to be competent, to provide for your family, to live with integrity? Let that motivation generate a plan. Your why will naturally point to the what and the how. The path becomes clearer because it's the one that truly serves your purpose. Use discipline as the implementation tool. Now, discipline is no longer the brutal taskmaster. It is the faithful servant of your motivation. It's the tool you use to execute the plan on the days when distractions are high, but its power is replenished by the energy of your why. Conclusion. Find your why, and the how will follow. Stop trying to be more disciplined. Start by getting brutally clear on your motivation. Ask yourself the Stoic questions. What virtue does this effort cultivate? Courage, wisdom, justice, temperance. What character am I building through this action? Is this goal aligned with my nature as a rational, social being? When your motivation is focused on becoming the person you respect, the required actions stop feeling like a chore. They become the natural and often joyful expression of who you are. Don't just wield the hammer of discipline. First, find a cause worthy of building. The motivation to see it built will give you all the strength you need to swing the hammer, day after day, without ever growing tired.